Okay, and we are back, traders. Welcome back to another video from the pre-market analysis series from the Forex Titan Lab. Okay, just for clarity, I had taken some time off, but now we are currently back and we are going to keep going and we are not stopping. Okay, so we're going to do this as how we do it normally. We're going to start off with taking a look at the fundamentals, then we jump straight onto the live markets because that's where the money is made. So okay, let's get into it. Taking a look at the Forex Factory website, we can see that we are going to have some news coming for the next week. As you all know that right now we are in the third week of the month of July, and yes, we had some news in the previous weeks, and yes, we had some moves, just that I didn't make videos of them but then behind the cameras I was taking some trades here and there. But just so that we can be safe, we can see that on Tuesday, coming into this new trading week, we're going to have some red folder news coming. That's the CPI for the dollar, and Wednesday we're going to have some other uh, CPPI, some core PPI news coming. Then we're going to have some employment claims coming on Thursday. Friday we don't have any major impact news. So I like to keep my settings as how you can see them right here, and I have the red folder, only the red folder, and the bank holiday folders ticked because I believe that these are the news that really impacts the market, really. So okay, that aside, now let's jump onto the real market. So first of all, we're going to start off with gold, USDJPY. I think we'll look at, instead of looking at CAD JPY, we're going to look at USD CAD, and we'll take a look at GBP USD, and finally Euro USD, because these are the pairs that I was uh, focused on. So taking a look at gold, our last week I had a position right here, but then price did not come to my level. It missed my level by 36 pips, and eventually flew off. But that that is not a concern to me, because I was able to find another trade here. So we're going to see how I came to this setup, as you can see right here. Okay, and I believe it could get activated in the next week. And actually, this thing of price not reaching this extreme zone that I had marked up is the same thing that happened on USD JPY. But again, price created for us a new area right here, and I'm going to break it down for you. So this is just like a preview of what you expect as you're watching this video. Okay, so taking a look at this again, price didn't reach my level by again, it was like 30 something pips. Okay, 30, 32, 32 pips. But then after that, anyway, price eventually blasted off in the predetermined direction. But again, price created for us a new area, and I'm going to show you how I arrived to that area. GBP USD, I had expected price to break below this area, and just as you can see here, below this level, that means that price will the price action for July would become bearish, because also the monthly candle of July would also become bearish, and we'll be targeting some level down here, as you can see. As you can see, price is definitely coming down to this zone, and I'm also going to show you how I arrived to this area right there. So Euro USD and GBP USD are almost the same. Again, for Euro USD, price didn't react to my area here. It missed me by like 17 pips. No? This is 30 something pips, but it doesn't matter, because price anyway reached into this area of liquidity. So there is another way of entering such trades that I came across. So in the event that maybe price doesn't come back to these extreme levels, we just by seeing price pattern confirmations, just like this, like the moment you see break of structure like this, okay, like this within your given area of liquidity, because our area of liquidity was this one right here. As you can see, price did exactly that as price came into this area. So you can always get into a position and ride the momentum. So I will quickly go through that. Okay, so starting off with gold. With gold, we can see that. Let me start it off from the monthly time frame. Okay, so in the monthly time frame, we can see that gold is basically still bullish. Okay, and right above here we have uh we have liquidity to target. This is the June high. And right below here is the June low, and we are currently trading in the internal range of June. Let me use another chart that I don't care about so much. I think we'll use this. This will be substantial. I'm going to clear everything. Nice and clean. Okay, so this is a gold breakdown. So currently, we need to know where we are. So we are in the month of July, and currently we are trading within the internal monthly range of June, the previous month. Okay, and we can already see that as price opened for the month of July, we can see that price first came down here, then after that we went above here. So guess what? Now, given the fact that the monthly candle flipped bullish, we are supposed to be looking for bullish areas of liquidity going farther into the what? Into the weeks, into the days, you could say. So okay, fine. And how did we close off the week? Closed off the week uh last week bullish, okay? And just quickly taking a look at how the the last week's candle closed, we can see that there is a strong rejection for sellers. So down here, there's a strong bottom wick. Okay, so this shows that buyers were really strong. Actually, closed what? Closed bullish, closed substantially higher from the area of where we opened from. So anyway, we can expect and we can see that anyway. Price here did not close above here with a wick to body break. So that means we first pushed lower. So there is a possibility of still price pushing back down a little bit lower before we go higher. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So using uh coordinating these time frames together, I want to just focus on the monthly, daily, hourly, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, and finally the 1 minute. Okay, so taking a look at this, we can see that how did the last week close? We closed off bullish. So as you can see here, price was trying to print lower, lower. This, what's this called? This bearish price action. Okay, printing lower lows and lower highs, but then eventually price broke above there. So then that means we flipped the script. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. We flipped the script, and then guess what we did? We broke structure here with a wick to body break. Just that we didn't break above here with the purple wick to body break, but then that's fine. That only shows that as the new price action rolls over for the new week, we can expect price to first push lower before going higher. And actually, that's what you want to see going into the new week. Okay. So step by step, we want to focus on this area of liquidity. So I'm going to call this a shell. Okay. This area here. I'm going to call this a bullish. Sorry, I'm going to call this the daily shelf, or for getting buys. So I'm going to scale down to the 1 hour time frame and see what is going on here. Okay. So here within this daily shelf, I can see that there's a ton of price there are a ton of candles that are that are here and there, but just taking a look at price action right here, I can see that right here. There is this area of liquidity here. It's in an extremely discounted area, and it's ideal because there is there's some levels of inefficiency that are just right above this area. You can call it an order block. You can call it a shoulder for an inverse head and shoulders pattern, as you can see it like that. You can see that. Okay, so I would like to take a look at that area right there, examine it a little bit more for anything else. Go on to examine it a little bit more. That's what I see. And we're going to be taking such kind of trades taking a look at, as we're going to be taking a look at the other pairs, okay? So it's looking like this in the 5-minute time frame, but you know what? Let me just take this high where price initially flipped the script, okay? So just in case prices to come back a little bit lower for re-entries, I can have this as a level for consideration, okay? So, or maybe price could even just, just continue going higher and higher. But anyway, just looking at gold, this is the area that I expect to see price come back to. And why is this still an area to look at? Because taking a look at price before, I think it was in the 4 hour time frame. This move happened from the 4 hour time frame, from this area right here. So it was within this bullish area of liquidity. I'm going to just make this an order block zone. It's going to be a demand zone. Okay, boom. So it came from this demand zone, but as I showed you before, I had my area for entry down here. Okay, but then price didn't come to that level. But then it's fine, given the fact that price still give us information patterns. We can still get in for maybe re-entries and see how further we can push prices higher. The other area that I saw was this one above, just in case price doesn't come back to this extreme point, because this is actually an extreme area. This was another area that I would want to consider going into the new week. Now for this one, given the fact that I've got it from the 4 hour time frame, I would like to use the 30-minute time frame to see what kind of liquidations are in this area here, because it's an area where we flipped. So as you can see, we had tried to create some bearish patterns to show that wanted to reverse, but then price actually, flipped and went higher. Okay, so I'm not seeing much there on the third and the 30-minute time frame. Let me see if I can see anything on the 15. Sorry, in the 5-minute. 15. Let me see 15. Okay, so it's nothing much really. Maybe I could say I could just I could eyeball this right here. I'm just using my eyes right now. Okay, so I'm going to remove this as the clarity. So just so you know, we are the daily area of liquidity. So still this area here. So this is also another area that I could expect some buy trades from. If at all this zone fails, then obviously we'll be going for this one. And this one lower, at least we have more confirmations that we can work with. Okay, but this is also still an area to consider buy trades. Okay, as you can see, we closed off the last week, showing signs of bearish reversal, as you can see. So it's not it's not unlikely that as price opens, we can, test lower levels, lower lower levels down below here. So yes, for gold, I have two areas that I expect to see some buy trades from. We have this one. I don't know. We can target like 300. We target like 300. I don't know. Let's see. 27 pips. Let's just take it to like 30 pips. 30 pips. Still fine. Okay, then we have this other area. Where is it? This one is like 40 something pips. Then I usually like just 40 pips. Okay. So maybe, so there are literally like two levels. This could also, depending on how price reacts, this level here could also, give us something really huge. Let me just take a look at the monthly. Actually, this first level here is what I want to. It's the one that I want to consider most. I hope that price, comes to it and gives us what we want, and we go higher from this level here. Because by the time price comes now down to this level that we have just analyzed, no, that we analyzed first, the the monthly candle would have flipped bearish again, and it flipping bearish for a second time, this level is highly, is more likely to get taken out. Okay, so what have I said? I've said that gold, this is the level that I want to see. We should have my eye on this level first or anything else. Okay, so now let's take a look at USDJPY. USDJPY, we had our area down here last week, but then we ended up not taking the trade because still again, price did not reach our area of liquidity that we had marked up, that we had put our trade limits at. So taking a look at this again, still price still came within this area of liquidity. This also was a full on area of liquidity. Yes. So look at this. So this was also a full on bullish area of liquidity. And we can just see that that this time price slightly tapped onto that area. And if I told you to scale down to the lower time frames, that's maybe like 30-minute, we can see that price then printed this kind of candlestick pattern confirmation. As you can see, this one, something. It's right there. Let me see whether you can see it properly on the hour. Yeah, so it looks like this on the 1 hour, and actually here it shows even a flip, 1 hour flip. So we're printing bearish price action, and price flip the script on the sellers. So yes, so right here, if at all I was a little bit more what? More alert. Yes, more alert. I would have taken this trade right here, but then I was off the charts at this point because because I had seen price do this pattern formation. So I thought that price would come still come back to my level, then tap me in, but then still it didn't. I was off the charts at that point. I had expected to see price bounce to this bounce at this level here, then still continue to go lower, but then you know what? Price just did what it wanted to do. So that's fine. Uh Going in as we close off the old week, I saw this area get formed, and it's a new bullish area of liquidity that I would like to take a look at. Now this time we're also again going to use a cleaner chart because I don't want to mess up my analysis. So I'm going to delete all of that, and let's take a look at the monthly time frame. Okay, so on the monthly time frame we can see that we are still kind of bullish. Okay, we're still kind of bullish. And just context, just remember we had some trade set up right here. I've been waiting for this area to get reached for months now. Okay, so right now this looks to me like a retracement move. I wouldn't want to call I wouldn't want to call this failed zone yet, because still, see, take a look at this. We had flip bearish, okay, from the monthly time frame. So then again, taking a look at this move, like what is happening right now, this to me looks like a retracement. Ooh. You have to understand the kind of trend that you're in to understand the environment that you're going to be, navigating on the lower time frame. So let's go to the daily time frame. Okay, so on the daily time frame, as you can see, this is the level that I was filling. Just that this time I can see it. So it's this one that I want to. This is a level that I've been waiting for to take sells, but price is playing around so much. I don't know why. So anyway, price has created for us a new bullish area of liquidity on the daily time frame on USDJPY. And taking a look at this, why would I consider this a great area? Take a look at this. Broke above here with a wick to body break. Okay. And just down below here, I can call this whole area a shelf. Okay, so this is my daily shelf, and this is where I expect to find my trades in the lower time frame, my trade setups in the lower time frames. I still say that we're still bullish, because guess what? We are still below this line right here, this high, this June high. So that means buyers are still in control, given the fact we haven't tapped at this level, or into that bearish area of liquidity. So anyway, let's scale down to the 1 hour time frame so we can see what's going on this chart. So on this chart, what do I want to, sorry, in this time frame right now on this chart, what do I want to consider? I would want to consider, we have two areas. We have this area above. This was the first area that I think I saw. So we're going to break them down. This was the second area. Yes. Okay, so we have two areas of liquidity, and we are going to see which one should we consider. So I think it was from the 4 hour time frame that I saw this. Let me just take a sneak peek. Okay, so I want to consider, I don't know, is it me, or are they looking a little bit different? Okay, so anyway, I want to consider this one down below. Why did I leave this one above? Let's scale down the time frames, and we take a look at what's happening. Okay, so above here there was a lot of liquidity consumption, though this was the level that led to the break above here. There is a lot of insufficient pricing down below here. And another thing, we have our entry criteria that we like to follow. So that's probably why I chose this area. I did this last week, so I'm kind of fuzzy about the details, but this is it. So there was a lot of liquidity consumption that happened within that first level, and as you can see it's not within the what is it called, the discount region. So taking this low to that high, highest high, you can see that this is just slightly within the premium zone. This area here, slightly within the premium zone. So it already cuts points off for it. And this one, this lower level here, is actually well within the discount zone, and also it's also below this 0.6 golden Fibonacci line. I don't use the Fibonacci so much, but it just adds extra confluence to what I'm doing. So taking a look at this, I wouldn't want to over refine this zone. Let me take this off so we can see this things a little bit clearer. Okay, so yes. So I would refine this a little bit more, but there is no need for that given the fact that just this area here is something like 8 pips. So it's good enough. I could just maybe add, let's say, I could just add like 15 pips to give maybe price some breathing room. You never know, right? Because there is also another area down here. So you never know. I'll just leave it as it is right now. And this is how it's looking like on the 30-minute time frame. So this is also another setup that I am waiting for going into this new trading week. If at all I can find, if at all I can find a reason for me to sell from this area here, I will probably do so. And I would want to target this area here, this selling area here. This would be the area that I would like to target for now. And but essentially I have this as the main target. This is where I expect to see strong sales come in from USDJPY. But we aren't there yet. So we just have to work with what we have currently. Okay, so this is how it's looking like for USDJPY. We're not risking too much, just something like 15 pips. It'll be good. 15 pips, you can target like 50 pips, 100 pips. It depends on how you trade, okay? It depends on how you trade. Okay, that's that. That's USDJPY. USDJPY, we're going to skip CAD JPY, and I want to take a look at USDJPY, no, USDCAD, because it's a pair that I saw there was perfect the perfect setup that there was a perfect setup that I missed because I had it off my watch list. But it's the same play that happened for these pairs of gold and USDJPY, just that the price didn't come to these extreme areas like how you see USD CAD did. USD CAD responded very well to the analysis and eventually, blasted off to the predetermined direction, just like how I had marked up. So for XAUUSD and USDJPY, price missed for about 30 pips, but then still came within the area of liquidity that had been marked up. So let's see how I had expected to see price action on USDJPY and CAD and gold play out, just like how price did on CAD and USD CAD. Sorry. Okay, so usually what I like to notice or take or have my eyes open for is this. So usually when I see, I think I wrote it down. Let me just even show you here on the yes. Usually if at all if I see 4 hour do this and the 1 hour do this, like in the line chart, and I want to buy a pair. This is what I want to see these two time frames do. Usually by the end of a given month as we start off a new month. Okay, so this is something that I like to see. And as you can see here, as we were closing off the let me delete everything. As we were closing off the month of June, somewhere around here. Okay, so with June we had created a low, which is that one right there. We had created a high, which is this one right here. Okay, so we had created this pattern formation, this one right here. Just take a look at this before we started off. Before we started off July, sorry, July. We had created this pattern formation, and in the 4 hour time frame, guess what we did? We had this shift button. Okay, so usually most of the time, price tends to come back to this inverse head and shoulders pattern. So this is called the what? The right shoulder. Most people just call it the right shoulder. They call it a type of formation. It's a type of formation according to my system. And this this area here, within this area here, you can just scale down to like the 30-minute time frame, and there's always an area to take a trade from. So we just take a look at this, and you just work out perfectly. See that? Or the 1 hour it was perfect, just like that. See that? So as we came into the month of July, price came down into our area and tapped into that zone perfectly, and then price started to fly off. So right now, price has closed off, as it did. Let me just take a look at how price for the last week closed. Okay, so we closed off by taking this liquidity above here. So it looks like we could go a little bit higher before we sell this pair. Let's see how it looks like on the 4 hour time frame. I'm going to remove this because I want continuity. So there are a couple of areas of liquidity to keep our eyes open for. Okay. So we have this first area here, but then I feel like this would be a short-term sell. If I told prices to come back to this area here, it will be a short-term sell. Why? This area did not lead to the break of structure down below here. Okay. This whole leg, this whole move here, this high actually to me is still a targeted. It's a targeted high. This June high, it's a targeted high. Why it didn't lead break a structure down below here? Okay. So it instead respected internal demand zones. So that means that means we can still expect buyers to still be having the upper hand going into the new week. But then again, we can see that on the daily time frame we have created this pattern again. This. And on the 4 hour time frame, what is price looking like? It's looking like this. Okay. It's giving off this 4 hours doing this. Okay. Okay. Daily is doing this, the 4 hour is doing this. So within this 4 hour time frame, I'm seeing that there are two formations that I can consider take buy setups from which we have this level right there and this level down below here. I can just delete these so I can see better. Just remember that this is a supply zone, but still, but just at the moment, buyers are still in control. This is USDCAD. Just doing a quick review on this because, if at all we can get I set up. Well, we have two areas of consideration. Let me take a look at daily one more time so that I can see which one to consider and which one to leave out. So both of these areas are found within the wicks areas. So which is fine for the daily. No, 30-minute time frame. Taking a look at price right now, I can see that 30-minute time frame. I will just maybe look at this actual area because we flipped when sellers right here. So this is like a transition area, position there, and price do whatever. So again, then there is also this area down below here. So I don't know, whichever one of the areas price respects, as long as I see this, I'll take the trade. If at all price eventually decides to, uh, fails to shift to the upside at that point, this is the other area that I can, get some buy trades from. If at all that area also fails, well, let's call it quits. Maybe consider selling. Anyway, sell because, but I don't know whether price will come back to these areas lower because monthly candle would have bit bearish a second time, just in case. Okay, price doesn't. Just in case price hasn't yet reached this supply zone or the other supply zones above here, because there's another supply zone. We have this whole area. So just as we are below these supply zones, buyers are still in control. But in the event price hits this area here or taps into this area, then after that begins to come lower, just expect to see these areas down below get washed out. So this is just a heads up. This pair is a little bit tricky. It could go either way. Either way. I just wanted to just put it out there. So anyway, cool. Let's go to GBP USD. See what's going on. It's already 30. We're already 30 minutes in. Okay, cool. On GBP USD, I had said that by the time price comes below this area here, we would have flipped bearish, and that's exactly what happened. Just that this time I didn't find a proper area for re-entry in time. Okay, but that's fine. We can, but then that's fine. Let me just put this out there. There is this area that I had marked out here on GBP USD. I think let me just use a new chart because I don't want to mess up my analysis. Okay, so let's do this. Just that prices look a little bit weird in this pair on this broker. Okay, I get it. Get it. This time, so just take a look at this. This time, here price is showing me a wick, okay? But then here on this broker, it's showing me this. This is a bullish big belt. If I told you I've read that Naked Forex book, this is a pattern that brokers tend to print. So usually traders get thrown off when they see such price action. Sometimes I also get thrown off. But just take a look at this. So on GBP USD, we were printing higher highs and higher lows. Guess what? We were bullish. Okay, and even the last month closed off bullish by even taking this this liquidity that was resting here, and we closed off with a wick to body break on the multi time frame. So that means as we're going to this new month, we expect to see price to continue with the bullish momentum. Okay, so going down to the daily time frame, I was able to see this area here for buys, but of course, there's this. Let me just put this out there. Boom. Just make that a show. Okay, that's for future purposes. This is the first area that I would like to see price respect this area. is how it's looking like. Why this area? This is an area that led to the break of structure above here, and also we saw from the monthly time frame we had a weak to body break of above the previous candle. Okay, now let's go to the 1 hour time frame. So on the 1 hour time frame within this shelf, was able to see that there was another area. Okay, so this was the area that I considered. This one right here. Okay, this is an order block area that led to the break of structure here. It essentially led to led to price transitioning and eventually shifting above here to take prices higher. Wow. So going down to the 15-minute time frame, we already know what price is doing. Of course, so now this is just, I'm just showing you guys levels that we can consider, take some buys just in case price comes to this area. So I think I saw it better on the 5-minute time frame. Then eventually this time we're going to use the 3-minute time frame so we can see this thing a little bit better. Cool. So on the 5-minute time frame, there was a lot of liquidity consumption that was happening down here. So there is nothing much to work with apart from this area here. Okay. This area here. So now I'm going to use the 3-minute time frame so we can see this thing a little bit clearer. Clearly. Okay. Let's see. Second, it's time to load. Okay, cool. Boom. There we go. 3 minutes time frame after painstaking process of looking through the charts, I was able to see this flip area. Boom, boom. So it looked like we're selling, boom, but then again, whoop, price flip the script, and this area isn't tested. As you can see that. So this is an area that I would like to consider for for buys, as price is selling right now. If at all we can get, so for current price action, if at all we can get more confirmation above here, we can continue to push prices lower and lower. So how will that look like? See how we closed off. I've already showed you. So this is an area consider buys, and the stop loss 20 pips. 20 pips is usually good enough to see whether this pair is still bullish or not. So 20 pips is good enough. We didn't even need to refine that much. But yes, 20 pips, and we're going to wait for price to come within this daily area of liquidity. And what we want to see. So whether price comes to this level or not, just in the event that price comes and does for us this, and most specifically this, we need to see this. The event of price does for us this, then we can take prices higher. We can either get in at your break of structure, continue break of structure, wait for a break of structure, then a retest, then boom. We can continue. We can expect to see price to go higher. If all fails, of course, we can. But for now, we can still expect to see. So right now, the only area for sales that I would consider would be this one right here. Just as the new week opens up, even that I see price come play around, I can expect I will probably just be expecting to sell from right around there, and we take prices take prices into this bullish area of liquidity. The reason why I still say that sellers are still in control, we haven't is simple. We haven't tapped into this daily area of liquidity. Okay, so that means right now sellers are still in control. So whatever we do as we get into the new week, we want to first sell. So we can expect maybe price to sell it a bit, then it maybe comes back and retraces. And the only area that I personally would consider for from entry would be this level right here. Okay. That doesn't really matter. Okay. I don't see much, but it is what it is. Virtual price just stops that level. There is this order block, there is that order block. Price can do whatever it wants, and the stop loss, the risk within this area is something like, again, 20 pips. Fine, fair enough. You can target like 100 pips. Okay, so let's go to EURUSD. EURUSD was kind of like the same price action with GBPUSD. And yes, again, I still like to see some sells. I'd put this area for re-entries, but then I see that price hasn't yet come back to it. I will leave it as it is, just in case price isn't just in case price doesn't tap into this area, this bullish area liquidity, as it as it so right now this looks like a retracement move to me. So there is still more upside for Euro USD. So, but then still again we are still right above this bullish area of liquidity. And this would be the area that I would want to get into some buy trades. So just at this level here, this level where we flip, this would be the area that I would like to consider. So other than that, I still expect to see price go lower. Just right now this area is a little bit it's a little bit untested. Areas that I would like to consider for sell for buys would be this. There is this first area here, and this then there is this deep area here. This one is, to me, it's more safer. More safer. It's Let me just use it. Okay. What am I talking about? What I'm talking about is, again, just like US, just like GBP USD, we closed off the last month with this bullish and okay, wick to body break, and actually for Euro USD it was more prevalent. So look at this. Going into this new month, we can wait for a retracement. So as you can see, right now price is bearish. So guess what? That means we're supposed to be looking for bearish areas for But taking a look at how price is looking like right now, this is our shelf area, our daily. Okay, and as you can see here, there is that bullish big belt pattern, which also signals buying, high volume buying in the market. And for selling, it's the inverse. So and then that's called the bearish. So okay. So on the 1 hour time frame, I can see that this within this zone there is this area here. This area here, you can scale down to the 15-minute time frame so we can see it a little bit better. And on the 15-minute time frame, not much to really work with, but there's something that I've seen. Same thing, same thing. I just look for the same thing each and every time. So even that price comes to this 20 pips is good enough for me, and we take prices higher. If not, let me see. Is there any other area? Let me see. What does it look like on the daily time frame? Daily time frame, it looks nice. It looks nice. I wouldn't want to say that price is perfect, but just based off of the market principles, this is just setup, okay? This is a setup to wait for. But depending depending again on the open price could also just decide to just continue this move and just rip to the upside. That's also a possibility, okay? It's also a possibility. But just look by looking at price right now, just looking at price right now, this is the best area that I can wait for more sensible buy. And also the other thing, price doesn't tap into this. Let me just have this. Then I want to see how price also reacts at this level. So if at all we have this, price could also go higher from this. But if at all price goes as how we have discussed, wait for price to react like this within this given bullish area of liquidity, and then we take prices higher. Just keep that in mind, and yeah, these are the setups that I am waiting for. Let me take a look at USDJPY, USDCAD one more time. USDCAD, I say that these areas hold just in case price doesn't tap into any of these supply zones. But in the event that price taps into these supply zones first, then just expect these areas to also get washed out. For now, we are still bullish. Okay, so you can expect price to first push higher as we open the new week. Okay, that's it for now, and thanks for watching.